They had a drawing to determine the order of the competition in the semifinals.
It was, in my opinion, the greatest dunk contest that I had ever seen.
It was a perfect atmosphere for what we did.
No one could have predicted, but the pure competition that it was really a privilege to see.
That building was so loud and the energy was so much. I'm getting goosebumps right now even thinking about it.
That brought Dominique to his feet.
Each one won going into this, and each one missed one of the years because of an injury, both Michael and Nick. So there was a lot of anticipation. It was Michael's hometown. Anyone who was there in the building, it was obvious whose arena this was.
It's T-minus 10 and counting to liftoff.
Here's a 3-6. Oh, that one exploded at the bottom of the net.
That even has the Chicago fans humming because the power that Dominique has.
No matter who was in that dunk contest, we just knew that we were going to end up going head to head.
Oh, that was the best dunk contest ever, I thought. Just the competition.
We wanted the fans to be surprised everything we did. You know, they didn't know what was coming.
You were not disappointed by the result. That was extremely exciting.
Michael was just the most competitive human being I have ever met, period.
Jordan has 98 points, Wilkins 96, Drexler 87, Smith 67, virtually eliminated. That may have closed the door.
We wanted the other two, put on their best show. Give it your best dunk. So it's something you can appreciate, so it helps you step your game up.
But he watch the right hand now. Up high, his hand is there, he ducks out of the way. Now watch him throw it down, in through.
As great as a dunker as Michael was, dunking was Dominique's forte.
Needs a 49 to tie Jordan.
Started in front and finished on the other side.
How much practice are we planning? Actually, none. I never practice it away from regular practice or going into a gym by myself and practice. Everything we did was spontaneous, and Michael was the same way. He never practiced those. It was things we was doing in games.
And this is, again, the flair that he has. As he goes up, he's high, all the way back down on the clutch move, past the basket, and then brings it back for the two-hander over the head.
I just remember Nick and Michael just kind of sizing each other up, and the dunks were so powerful. I thought one of Nick's windmills was just going to bring the backboard down.
Looked like a figure 8 with the double clutch.
Jordan took a long time to think about this, knowing he had to get the judges' attention.
47 was awarded on that dunk.
At that point in the contest, I wasn't sure Michael was going to win it. I mean, Dominique put on a show.
These judges are going to need the National Guard to get out of Chicago Stadium.
Well, I do remember looking over at the judges' table, and Gale Sayers, he was God when I was a kid. And I'm looking over at them thinking, man, I'm glad I'm not one of them.
Well, Dominique only needs to come up with a great dunk here. If he gets a 49 or a 48, 49, he can't lose.
I knew my last dunk, I'm gonna get a 50 because I saved my best for last.
I guarantee you he will not get 50 on this dunk. Guarantee.
A two-handed windmill, and the judges are going through, their entire lives are flashing in front of their eyes. And the judges have awarded Dominique Wilkins a 45.
That's incredible.
And I got like you said, a 45, and I'm like, uh-oh, fixin'? It was just a two-hand windmill, off 2 feet. And so it ain't too many guys who can do that. I had quite a few judges from Chicago, so, so it's easy to swing votes when you got it like that, but.
You have to think Dominique probably had a reasonable gripe. He was pretty spectacular at the contest.
Michael Jordan needs a 48 to tie, a 49 to win.
Hey, you don't think the crowd has some influence on the judges on that last dunk?
Well, they're on their feet here at Chicago Stadium.
When I knew when he went to the back, the other end of the court, I knew a dunk was coming. He was going from the free throw line. And I knew when I got that 45, if he made this dunk at the free throw line, he pretty much was going to win it.
Most of the photographers that day were in the baseline. I was there for a while, and then when it came down to the final dunk, I had watched him try that in practice. So for the final dunks, I moved over to the sideline.
This, he'd be the only two-time winner, and Michael is backing all the way to the middle of the backcourt. Now he's going to the baseline.
I was really nervous because back in '88, there was no autofocus. You know, everything was manual, everything on the cameras, film. You know, the whole thing was going to happen in a second. You don't know if you're going to get it in focus. Is it exposed? Is the camera crooked? Does your hand shake because you're so excited? You know, it's become my most iconic shot, I guess.
For him to take off and just nail it, and how high he jumped too, and you know what he could do with the ball was pretty crazy.
It was a hell of a dunk. It deserved a good 50, I thought, but it wasn't as thunderous maybe as Neek's.
Consistent judging all day until the last two dunks prior to this, the 47 and the 45.
A note was passed down to the judges.
Who won the dunk contest?
Michael.
Derek?
Of course Michael did.
Who won?
Well, I'll put it like this here. It could have went either way. With a slight advantage here, being in Chicago, you know, they swing votes here, you know how it goes. But
They both had a great quote afterwards. Neek said, hey, you know, it's hard to beat somebody in their hometown. And Michael came out and said, hey, in so many words, I'm paraphrasing here, that had this been in any other town but Chicago, I might not have won. Key words there are might not.
It really was close. I mean, you could have made a case, you know, for either player, but there's no way in history that in Chicago in 1988, Michael Jordan's not going to win the dunk contest. He was spectacular.
it really wasn't about really who won or lost. It was giving the fans about everything that they come to see at All-Star Weekend. And the fact that we're talking about it 30 years later lets you know how important that dunk contest was.